Alrighty, yo, what is going on, everybody? It's your boy, Mr. DD4 here, back with another reaction video. Today, we finna react to Everybody Hates Chris, Stereotypical or Factual? This should be an interesting video. Without further ado, let's get right into it.
I couldn't wait to get my test results.
What's it say?
You failed.
What?
Boy, I'ma slap you in the animation.
Hey, yo, what the fuck?
Hey, yo.
Yo, welcome. Or if you're back again, welcome again. So, as a black male myself, I grew up with a bunch of cartoons and sitcoms and all of that. But low-key, I've always questioned how these black characters were portrayed in some of these shows, bruh. And I'm not gonna lie, like, I understand it's for laughs and all of that, but gang, look at the Gross Sisters from Proud Family.
Bro, I've always been upset with how Disney did the Gross Sisters. This is probably the most disrespectful shit I've ever seen. And I know y'all gonna sit up here and say, but it's funny though. No, it's never been funny to me. To me, it's never been funny. Because at first, I thought it was because of the bullies. Normally in cartoons, when they make the bullies are normally like a different color from everybody else to show that they're the bully. But finding out that they're only blue because they're ashy, this has got to be the most out-of-pocket shit ever, bro. It's like, you mean to tell me it was never funny to me. I always found this shit out of pocket. Even as a little kid, I was like, what? They're ashy? Instead of just making them blue, you make them ashy. They're blue because they're ashy. Come on, bro. Come on, man. As a black, come on, dog.
That's racist. That's racist. That's racist.
These niggas are beyond ashy, bro. That they're blue. They're literally blue from being ashy, bro. I don't even think I've seen this type of ashiness in my life, bro. So like I said, I do understand this is for jokes, bro. But the real reason why I even brought up this topic is because recently I've been rewatching all of Everybody Hates Chris. And low-key, I'm not even gonna lie, Chris deals with some actual bullshit, bruh. Bro, this nigga fam be tweaking, his friends be tweaking as well, and even the nigga's teacher. And low-key, don't get me started on Miss Morello, gang. Some of the stuff she says is wild. Like, bro, peep this real quick, bruh.
Not used to getting up so early.
Don't be ashamed. Chris's people have a history of being up when the rooster crows to go to work in the field.
That's racist. That's racist.
What the hell?
Hey, yo, what the fuck?
Like, be so for real. Do you really need to say shit like this, bruh? But yeah, I'm basically gonna break down all the stereotypes about Chris's family and Chris himself and determine if any of it even has any facts at all. And yeah, low-key, let's get right into the video. Imagine, it's the 1980s and you're in Brooklyn, New York. Let me just run that back. Brooklyn, New York.
You mean Bed-Stuy? Bed-Stuy do or die, nigga. Fuck you mean? It ain't just Brooklyn, nigga. It's Bed-Stuy.
In the 1980s, just a simple Google search will even show you the craziness that was happening during this time period. Extremely high crime rates that had to deal with drugs, violence, and all of the above, gang. Bro, these niggas was going through a crack epidemic, bro. That should just tell you enough, bro.
Cocaine's a hell of a drug.
Basically what Chris was living in, gang. And Rochelle, which is Chris's mom, was low-key looking out for him by putting him in a school that was across town. And it was basically a good amount away from all of the—
No, the fuck, she was not doing him any favors, bro. She was not doing him any favors. So it's better to expose him to racism than it was to expose him to just being around his people and being in his neighborhood, even though he clearly could. Even though throughout the show, he clearly shows that he can navigate through the neighborhood without any scratches or falling victim to any of the bullshit that goes on in the neighborhood.
Stuff so Chris could get a better education. Now, I can understand Rochelle's thought process behind this, but bro, For Chris, this did not work out the way that it was supposed to. For starters, he was placed in a predominantly white school, which doesn't seem that bad, but in the 1980s, there was still racial prejudice in New York, bro. So that means Chris had to deal with some racist remarks and racist comments, gang. For example, Miss Morello. And I know I brought her up before, but I have to bring her up again, gang. Now, her case is kind of tricky, because I wouldn't say that she's like a full-on racist person, but she can be ignorant at times by using stereotypes to describe Chris or his family. And she doesn't just do this once, bro. There's multiple times throughout the series, bro.
With all your street smarts, you should know better than that.
Street smarts?
Another character that also displays weird behavior is Joey, which is Chris's bully. Now, I don't know if the bullying is racially motivated or not, but gang, be so for real, bruh. This nigga literally bullies the only black person in the school, gang. So low key, I think there's a motive behind it. I'm not too sure though. But yeah,
No, he was the school bully though. He bullied everybody. It's just that Chris was just like a main target for. It's just Chris was an easy standout target because he was the only black kid in the school. But he bullied pretty much everybody.
this is basically what Chris has to deal with every day. And this is just his school life, bruh. Now, the way his school life is written, Chris isn't really doing any stereotypical things. If anything, it's his environment trying to force that onto him. Now, his home life is a whole different story, low-key. Sometimes his house is dysfunctional, bro. And Julius, which is his dad, and Rochelle, which is his mom, still always find a way to hold the home together. But I do feel like how his family was written is super stereotypical. For example, his mom is very short-tempered, bro. She also doesn't really listen to her husband's or kids' advice and tends to shut them down immediately if they give their own opinions on some subjects. She can also be loud at times just to prove her point.
Have you lost your monkey ass mind? Dinner? Do I look like Florence from the Jeffersons?
And all of this kind of demonstrates the quote-unquote typical black mom. Now, I'm not even gonna lie, bro. Everybody does know a black mom that acts like this, gang.
I mean, that's the thing though. It's an actual depiction. You know what I'm saying? There's some black moms out there that's like Rochelle, bruh. But I don't know too much about the I don't need this. My man got 2 jobs. I don't know about that part, but yeah, everything else though pretty much on point.
We can keep it a buck. We don't have to cap, gang. Like for example, sometimes she does give Chris some crazy demands, bro. Like she wants him to do something crazy or he gets a punishment if he doesn't do it. Like, gang, come on, bro.
What do you mean you threw him out?
I may have implied that since he was so self-sufficient that maybe he should live someplace else. And then he left.
You telling me you kicked our son out because he didn't do the dishes?
Exactly.
Not exactly.
She also just complains about everything in general, like literally everything, bro. To the point that like almost every dinner in this show, there's always a problem, bro. Or they're always arguing about something. Now, I'm not gonna lie, it's mainly Rochelle starting them by bringing up financial situations to Julius or complaining about something wrong with the house that Chris has nothing to do with. And he still gets blamed, by the way. Now, I know all of y'all out there that are black have experienced this, gang. I mean, low-key, it's a canon event, bro. At this point, it's a canon event. Yeah. But I just feel like this isn't the right way to be a parent, bro. And the fact that a lot of black people can relate to this is kind of crazy, bro. And it's also gotten to the point where this behavior is just tolerated and normalized. But let me not hate too much, because at the end of the day, Rochelle is a decent mother and she does seem to care about her kids a lot. But unfortunately, she does have flaws, and a lot of flaws, gang. Now we're going on to Chris's dad, aka Julius. Now, from the outside in, it just seems like he's working hard for his family, bro. And realistically, that's what any black dad wants to do, bro. He also likes saving money, which is honestly a good thing initially, right? But he takes it to the extreme, gang. This man tries to save every cent he possibly can, bro, and not in a good way. I understand what he's trying to do, but he has to realize he has a whole family. It's like when it comes to saving, he's a mathematical genius. He knows every cent and every dollar that goes into every item in the household, bro.
So let him cook. Shit, let that nigga cook. Shit, he's trying to save money. He understands that he got a family, but you got to understand Julius' background. He came from a family of what was it, 6 or 8? He came from a family of 6 or 8 where he had to cook, clean, and make sure that all his siblings were well taken care of. So this man is kind of like, in a certain in a way, he's been programmed to this nonsense. So him saving up every dime he got, he just want to make sure that he make it better for. He make a better living for his kids than how he was raised. That's really all it is. He just want his kids to have better than what he had. And that's everything that I'm pretty sure as a parent, not even as a dad or as a mom, as a parent, you just want your kids to have everything that you didn't have. You want your kids to experience everything that you didn't get to experience. You know what I'm saying? You don't want to repeat the same cycle for your kids that was given to you. You want the best. So if that man got to save up money to make sure that in case of an emergency, or you know what I'm saying, if we got a little money on the side, you know what I'm saying, hey man, Christmas come around, hey man, I could get you that bike, or your birthday coming up, hey man, and get you that CD player you always wanted. You know what I'm saying? Like, come on, Chief, you gotta let Julius cook, man.
There was a scene where Tanya got hurt.
And plus, it's his money anyway. You know what I'm saying? It's his money. He working for that money. Why he can't save it? The fuck? Shit, if Rochelle got a job, shit, that would help tremendously. The fuck? Instead of quitting every goddamn job she get.
Right? And she was holding a piece of butter to the place of injury. And instead of Julius caring about the actual injury itself, this nigga cared about the price of the amount of butter she was using.
Hey man, we need that butter.
That looks bad.
She'll live. I don't think it'll make a scar.
Yeah, but that's 18 cents worth of butter she's holding on her forehead. What, you can't do her hair without burning her?
And if you thought that was bad, this nigga even measures refrigeration usage, gang.
You just let out 86 cents worth of refrigeration. 86 cents worth of refrigeration.
Like, bro, that is actually insane. There was also another time where Chris was asking for an allowance because he wanted to get a leather jacket, which is kind of understandable because Chris is a kid. There's no other way for him to get money, bro. But instead of Julius kind of working...
Nah, bruh. Get your ass out there and sell some lemonade. Get your ass out there and cut some grass. Get your ass out there and pick up some trash. You know what I'm saying? Help some old people cross the street. You know what I'm saying? Nah, you can make money. You just got to know how to get it. You know what I'm saying? If you got to go out there and sell drugs for Pablo Escobar, shit, it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? If you got to be lookout for the guys when the police come around, then shit, let them do that. It is what it is. Nah, you get this money, you in the hood, get that money. It's all about a hustle. You got to learn how to get it on your own. Can't just keep giving it to you because you'll never learn nothing. Nah, nigga, I definitely don't agree with that. Nah, you got to learn how to hustle and get on your own, brother.
Something out and giving him like chores to do or jobs for the money, this man goes on a full-on rant, basically saying he provides food, lighting, and shelter for this nigga Chris.
He does.
Is this not the bare necessities?
Brother, it's Julius' money. He worked for that.
You have a family. Is this not the bare necessities? And I know a lot of y'all watching this right now have heard that exact line before multiple times. Cause shit, I know I did, bruh. I'm not even gonna cap. But yeah, just like Rochelle, Julius has a really bad side, but also has a good side as well. he does have love for Chris, Drew, and Tanya, and he's never afraid to stand up for them.
What you gonna do?
You'll find out what I'm gonna do. You think I'm playing?
I feel like a lot of black people also know a black dad that acts just like Julius, bro. And me personally, I do think there is a handful of black fathers that do act like his character. But the character of Julius is just super exaggerated, which I guess that's what a stereotype is, but yeah, you know what I'm trying to say. Now, we're on to the next family member, Tanya. Now, Tanya's behavior.
Now, Tanya is realistic as fuck. Being the oldest and having a little sister, and all she got to do is scream and go, "Mama, I ain't do nothing. She hit me first." Nah, bring your ass back here since y'all want to act goddamn fool. Man, I ain't even do nothing. It be like that, bro. It really be like that, bro. You ready to kill your sister, bro. It's like, damn, bro. Like, stop playing with me. Shit, stop playing. Siblings in general, when you the oldest, oh my God, when you the oldest, bro, they do everything to try to get you in trouble. And they, because they know you the favorite. That's the truth. Hey, that's the truth. When you the oldest, you the favorite because you the first one. You was here first, so you the favorite. Everybody, you the favorite. To everybody, you the favorite, man. Everybody, you the favorite because you the first. When it comes to them two, they get the scraps. So you always gonna get the best first, and then they get the scraps. That's how it be. So they do everything in their power to get you in trouble, so they can get a piece of you, so they get a piece of the pie too. Keep being mean to me. No, I'm not. You being annoying. You fuck away from me, dog. You see I'm over here playing the game. Go sit down. Go play with your Barbie dolls and shit. Then get fuck out my face.
It's just absolutely diabolical. Absolutely diabolical. Bro, anytime something is wrong in the house and Rochelle starts tweaking about it, she sometimes asks Tanya, like, about what happened. And Tanya always blames Chris, bro. Literally every single time. Like, the amount of times she's done this, I could make a compilation. Like, gang, look at this.
Tanya, what are you doing?
Chris did it.
Chris!
Chris isn't here.
Well, where is he?
I don't know.
And it's crazy because she could be the one that even caused the situation in the house to happen, but she never needs to take accountability because Rochelle would never blame her first. It also looks like Rochelle enables her behavior. Like she just doesn't care, dog. Cause shit, she does the same thing. She literally blames Chris for everything. But she doesn't just only do this to Chris, she does it to Drew at times as well. If you watch
But see, Drew always get away with it though. See, Drew ain't the one to play with. Drew the one that gonna get his get back. He don't play. He don't play. That's why Tanya don't mess with Drew as much, because she know that Drew don't play that. Homie don't play that. He'll get his get back on you. He'll get it back in blood if he got to. He don't play. Tanya done learned the hard way a couple times fucking with Drew.
Everybody hates Chris, you should know the scene where Tanya finally gets caught by Rochelle by lying on Drew. Basically, she kept lying on Drew, basically saying that he put his hands on her, and his mom just ended up believing it with no investigation, bro. Like, dog, she just took Tanya's side immediately. But unfortunately, that came to an end because she kept spamming the same method to get this nigga Drew in trouble. And finally, Rochelle caught on to that. Like, gang, what are you doing, man? I feel like also Julius also enables her behavior as well.
Oh no, Julius definitely enabled her behavior. See, that's the one thing. That's the one thing you gonna hate as being the dad though. Yeah, you gonna be a daddy's girl, man. You gonna be a girl dad, man. You gonna be a girl dad, man. You gonna spoil the shit out the girl more than you gonna spoil the boys. Because with the boys, it's like shit. I'm gonna just give you a basketball. Hopefully you learn how to dribble that motherfucker. Shit. With the girls, it's like shit. You gotta spend as much time with them as possible because you just trying to make sure that they stay off that goddamn pole. If you catch my drift.
by spoiling her, bro. She kind of gets more special treatment compared to Chris and Drew. And she knows she doesn't deserve this, but it doesn't even matter because she doesn't have to change anyways, because Julius is just gonna spoil her. Now, Tanya's behavior overall, I wouldn't say is necessarily stereotypical, because I do know some people have a younger sibling that acts like this, regardless if it's a girl or a guy or even the race of the person. But I do feel like since the writers of this show are black, they kind of wanted to emphasize it on like a black character, I guess, which makes sense because I mean, this technically is kind of based off of Chris Rock's life. So yeah. So now we're on to the last person, which is Drew. Now for Drew, I don't really see any exaggerated stereotypes around his character. It just seems like he's just like a normal dude. He still does get more benefits than Chris though, whether it's socially or in his house. But as a character overall, yeah, there's really no crazy stereotypes. Now, after analyzing everything and basically going through all of these characters, I feel like Chris's family, a lot of black people can relate to this. And yes, this show does use stereotypes. And yes, it is super exaggerated, some of the things in the show. But I do feel like many black people growing up had to deal with some of these things, bro. And I feel like that's what Chris Rock was kind of trying to aim at by creating this show. It's like he purposely made everything exaggerated but relatable, and that's what basically made the show do so well. And overall, I do think that the characters do have truth behind them, but I don't think it's 100%. But that's just my personal take on it. And if you guys made it this far into the video, I want to see like your opinion on this as well. Do you think these characters are stereotypical or factual? And low-key, I'm gonna just leave it at that, and I'll try to reply to you guys like in the comments and stuff like that, just to see what you guys are thinking about it. Also, let me know if y'all want me to cover these characters or
Alrighty, man. That's just gonna about do it for this one, most definitely, man. I think these are a little bit. There's a little bit of truth to them. Obviously, these are super exaggerated because it's a comedy show. Let's just keep it real. It's a fucking comedy show, so it's gonna be exaggerated to a certain extent. But other than that, though, I think a lot of this shit is real, bro. A lot of this shit is real. A lot of people went through these shits, man. It is what it is, bro. But hey, man, it's what it is. I still say Everybody Hates Chris is still gonna forever be in my top 5 as far as like black sitcom shows go. Will it ever be? Will it ever be number 1? Fuck no. And nothing ain't gonna never touch Martin. You know, for damn sure ain't putting this show above. I'm for damn sure not putting this show above Fresh Prince, but this will always be in my top 5, and that's where it's gonna be at number 5. But other than that, though, man, that's just go about do it for this one. Most definitely. I'll see you on the next video. Till then, deuces.